acclaimed Mildred Williams International Driving Series. Top of the stretch, Oh My Beautiful Doll, Tammy McKay. Bat Boy, Amber McPhee. Then Sherry Lee with Kane Rise again, Papos and Colleen Clancy. And then from the outside, it's Shady Martin jumping it off, Kane Rise again. Before the start, Shady Martin now quickly goes for the lead. Oh My Beautiful Doll away to the inside as they round the turn. Shady Martin on top. Then getting away, racing in second. Oh My Beautiful Doll. Then back in a third. Bat Boy sits along the cones for Amber McPhee. Then Colleen got away with Papos racing in fourth, and Kane Rise again. That break before the start seems to have taken her out of contention here as they move on to the opening quarter, and all alone it's Sam Hodgen and Shady Martin by that opening quarter, 30-1, and he's on top by about 8 lengths here early on. Then racing second, Oh My Beautiful Doll and Tammy McKay riding in the pocket. Then a gap of 3 more to Bat Boy. Back in third, Papos looks at it from fourth with Colleen Clancy. And Kane Rise again out of this one with Sherry Lee. As they approach the half-mile station led by Shady Martin. And he did go off as the favorite here. Then racing second, Oh My Beautiful Doll. Bat Boy comes out to call. On the outside third, the half in a minute. And 1/5 around the turn, Shady Martin. Then Oh My Beautiful Doll. Bat Boy quickly on the outside, now gets to second. Oh My Beautiful Doll third. Then Papos is racing fourth and trailing fifth. Kane Rise again onto the 3/4. Shady Martin looks a bit tired here on the front end. And on the outside, hitting hard is Amber McPhee and Bat Boy. Going right on by here, 1:31-2 around the turn, and now taking the lead, Bat Boy out a length and a half on the outside, and he's cleared the front. It is Bat Boy as they come off the turn. Amber McPhee turning it on here. Shady Martin trying to come back on the inside, then Papos on the outside has come to third, but it's going to be Shady Martin back on again to win it. And he gets back up on the inside. Bat Boy had cleared the lead, but Shady Martin comes back on to win the first. Sam Hodgen in the driver's seat. And Shady Martin, time for the mile. 2:02, and it's Shady Martin here in the first. And we parade back now the winner of race number 1, number 5, Shady Martin, a 6-year-old son of Shady character out of the No Nukes mare, Ronnie Hirsch. Owned Linda Vautour of St. John, trained by Chris Davies. Sam Hodgen in the driver's seat. Shady Martin picks up his first win of the season. And surprisingly, he was 0 for 18 going into this race. And he wins today the mile in 2:02. And just 2/5 off his previous best from last year. Mile 2:01-3 pace last season. And he wins the mile 2:02 as he comes back on to win it in the home stretch in this first race. And again, we thank our sponsors, the Atlantic National Exhibition. Going on for 4 days here this week at Exhibition Park Raceway from Tuesday until late Friday into the evening. So we thank our sponsors, the Atlantic National Exhibition. Last chance, field of 5, moving in on race number 2. And garnering a purse of $1,000. A field of 5, fillies and mares. Lining up behind the starter, we get All-American Dazzle. He's got the rail for Amber McPhee. Cosmic Tross, bit off the gate early on here. Colleen Clancy, he in the bike. 3 is Hooters Hanover. Sherry Lee Wa-Eller in the bike. Then 4, Tigress Colleen, Tammy McKay, and ROF Racing High, Sam Hodgen. Mary Schreier, the sponsor. Here they come. Off end pacing, Tigress Colleen on the outside, then All-American Dazzle to the inside. As they race around the turn, All-American Dazzle has the lead now as they race to the opening 8th, then up the inside. Cosmic Tross takes over second, then racing back in third. On the inside, that is Hooters Hanover. Then racing fourth, that's Tigress Colleen. And a trailing fifth, ROF racing high, Cosmic Dross. And Colleen Clancy out to take the lead here. Past the opening quarter by that marker, 30-3. And Cosmic Dross and Colleen Clancy has cleared to the top now by 4. Then racing second, All-American Dazzle. Racing back in third, Hooters Hanover. Then it's Tigress Colleen and ROF racing high, trails 3/8 of the mile in Cosmic Dross. On this front end mission here to lead halfway home, leading by 5. Then racing second, All-American Dazzle, Hooters Hanover. There goes Tigress Colleen chasing from fourth and trailing fifth, ROF racing high. They were by the half, 59-4, and they're closing in on the leader now, Cosmic Dross. All-American Dazzle within 2 now, and racing second. Then Tigress Colleen outside third. Hooters Hanover, ROF racing high. Stepping onto the 3/4, Cosmic Dross moves out again, and All-American Dazzle second. Hooters Hanover back to third, 3/4. In 1:30-2, Cosmic Dross, All-American Dazzle in the 2-hole, and he's out from second to challenge now. Then third on the outside comes Hooters Hanover, Tigress Colleen, ROF racing high, down the lane, and it's Cosmic Dross digging in. Cosmic Dross outside All-American Dazzle, but our very own local Colleen Clancy will win this one, and it's Cosmic Dross taking the lead past the quarter and not looking back, and an impressive winner for Colleen Clancy. Time for the mile, 2:01-3. Cosmic Dross, best win in 2 years. Mare Council Dross. All my Serge Cormier and Kim Gigi of St. John. Charlie Price trains. Colleen Clancy up for the drive on this evening's program. And Cosmic Dross scores his second win. And we'd like to welcome on hand MLA Mary Schreier in the winner's circle, along with her executive assistant Aaron Kennedy as well. He's here with us. And the winner of race number 2, Cosmic Dross and Colleen Clancy, in 2:01-3. So again, thank you very much to our sponsor of race number 2, MLA Mary Schreier. And nice to see Aaron Kennedy here as well for the cooler presentation. And a nice win for our local female driver, Colleen Clancy. And she's aboard Cosmic Dross. And the ladies taking over here, 4 of them moving into position in this third race. Leaving 1 to the inside, Ed, and Eddie, and Tammy McKay now drives the 1. Then now scoring from post 2, Rita Seelster. Colleen Clancy, as Golden Days has been scratched. Daya Harlaka takes over post 3. And Sherry Lee Weiler. And then from the outside, Pictonian Best West will leave from post 4. Field of 4, here they come. Off and pacing, and that's Rita Seelster out for the early lead, and getting away second, Daya Harlaka. In between horses, and at the pylons, Ed, and Eddie leaves well out of there, and gets away now racing second. Daya Harlaka has a choice, take back or go on, and she's looking for the 3-hole, Pictonian Best West, and fills the hole now on Daya Harlaka, who is parked and forced to go on here, as they're playing some hardball early on to this opening quarter, and it's Rita Seelster on top. Daya Harlaka getting parked that opening quarter, 30-4. Then Ed, and Eddie sits in the 3-hole. Then back to Pictonian Best West, getting a look at it from the backfield as they move past the 3/8 and a tightly contested race here, and Daya Harlaka tries to clear the lead. Rita Seelster on the inside as they race toe-to-toe coming to the half. Then inside third, Ed, and Eddie. Pictonian Best West may have the best trip of all. Moving from fourth, they were by the half. in 101 and 2. Around the turn they go. Rita Seelster, then racing second, Ed, and Eddie. Daya Harlaka, then Pictonian Best West. Tips out going on, now fourth, now third, and out from second. There goes Ed, and Eddie as they drive on to the 3/4, and a battle royal brewing here. And right on top on the outside, Ed, and Eddie. Rita Seelster is battling back on the inside. 3/4, 1:33 and 2. Rita Seelster back on top again. Ed, and Eddie, Pictonian Best West. He's got a good finishing kick, and he's right there third. Off the turn for home, and they're going to come 3 wide here. Down the lane, Ed, and Eddie. Rita Seelster inside. Pictonian Best West on the outside, and they're getting tight down to the wire, and it looks like Tammy McKay might have got her up to get it. Maybe Amber McPhee just at the last second. Pictonian Best West might have got it in here. It was close at the wire. And the time for the mile here in the third, 2:03 and 4. 2:03 and 4. Look like Pictonian Best West. Female drivers involved, please come up to the winner's circle. And as our parade marshal, Sandra Deverin, brings back Boomer, leading back the winner of our third race, third and final division of the Mildred Williams Driving Series. And back to the winner's circle, the 5 Pictonian Best West, a 4-year-old son of Western Success out of the On the Road Again mare, Mood Music, owned by Ray Frazier of Moncton, trained by Gilles Barriot and Amber McPhee, from one of the top families in racing in Atlantic, Canada, the McPhee family. And Amber sees regular duty throughout the Maritimes. And, of course, her brother Brody McPhee, also one of the most talented young drivers in the Maritimes, and her dad Brian, a veteran teamster here in the Maritimes. And we'll see both of those gentlemen later on here in tonight's card. But again, in the winner's circle, it's 5 Pictonian Best West. And Amber McPhee on board, getting up in the final strides to win the mile 2:03 and 4 in the Mildred Williams pace. He has been simply dominant as of late, as he was early on in the season. Can he keep it going? We're about to find out as we move in. J.K. Shadow, Mark Haig, Ocean Pacific, and Sam Hodgen. We'll see our Dolly Dance and Rick Armstrong. Jacob, Gerald Legier, West Gem Princess, and Gilles Barriot, and Ashby Corner, and Stephen Treitz outside. Field of 6, here they come. Looks like we'll see our Dolly Dance. A good start here. Also, Jacob firing out for the lead as usual. Then up the inside, J.K. Shadow gets away, racing in the 2-hole, but Jacob uncontested to the lead. Then racing second, J.K. Shadow. He's got the 2-hole trip. Then racing back in third, we'll see our Dolly Dance. Some confusion there early on as West Gem Princess is fourth. Then getting away fifth, Ashby Corner, and trailing the field, Ocean Pacific. The pace not moving along steadily here, and some drivers out and moving. And that opening quarter, 31 seconds. Jacob is on the lead, but he's going to get some early pressure here as West Gem Princess has come out to call. Then J.K. Shadow sits along the cones in third. Ocean Pacific will see our Dolly Dance, and trailing the field, Ashby Corner. And they come at Jacob early on here, and he's got the lead on the outside. West Gem Princess, then J.K. Shadow sits in from third. Ocean Pacific will see our Dolly Dance, and Ashby Corner. They were halfway home, a minute and 4/5. The second quarter faster than the first. 29 and 4 in that second quarter. Jacob, West Gem Princess Ocean Pacific on the outside, driving up third. J.K. Shadow, the inquiry is up. Hold all tickets, please. Then back fifth on the outside, Ashby Corner. We'll see our Dolly Dance. Ocean Pacific is out 3 wide now, looking for the lead. Jacob, though, still has it on the inside. 131 and 1 and 30 and 1 in that quarter. Down the lane, Ocean Pacific wearing down Jacob. And down the lane, Jacob inside. Ocean Pacific on the outside. They're in deep stretch. Jacob trying to come back on again, but he's going down to defeat here. And Ocean Pacific wins over a game Jacob. And he gets beat here and finishes second. And reminder though, the inquiry sign is up. And the time for the mile, 2:01 and 3. Inquiry up, looking at racing, going to the quarter. And back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 4. Number 2, Ocean Pacific, a 6-year-old son of Jenna's Beach Boy out of the goalie Jeff Mare, designing Dara. All by Mel Blanchard, trained by Mel Blanchard. Sam Hodgin in the driver's seat, 4 wins. Now for the pacer on the campaign. And Ocean Pacific winning 2:01 and 3, wearing down the pace setter Jacob. The final half and getting up to win it, Ocean Pacific. Going a tough first over trip, and he wins it. The mile 2:01 and 3. And the starters for our 5th race, sponsored by Flamborough Downs. In behind the gate, Consider Me Lucky, Mark Campbell. And she's rolled off stride before the start. Mark will look to get her set. Longworth Legacy and Jill Barrio, then Falcons Quick, Lonnie Stokes. Lucky Northern Star and Gerald Legier, Fastest Can Be, Mark Haig. And then from the outside, Dusty Lane Oscar and Todd Trites. And Consider Me Lucky off stride before the start. Off and pacing, and Longworth Legacy busts out for the early lead. Falcons Quick gets away second. Lucky Northern Star on the outside, and she busts racing in third. And racing fourth, Fastest Can Be, Dusty Lane Oscar takes back to fifth. And the trailing 6, Consider Me Lucky, as they race on up the backside on way to the opening quarter. And Barrio has set up shop with Longworth Legacy on the lead. Falcons Quick's got a nice 2-hole trip in here. Then back in third is Lucky Northern Star, Fastest Can Be, Dusty Lane Oscar, and trailing the field, Consider Me Lucky. By that opening quarter, 29 and 2, and up top and cutting it, Longworth Legacy, Falcons Quick on the helmet, racing second. Then back in third at the cones is Lucky Northern Star. Here comes Dusty Lane Oscar out to move, and now comes to fourth, and Fastest Can Be fifth, and trailing Consider Me Lucky. They were halfway home in 59 and 4 around the turn. Longworth Legacy, Falcons Quick, Dusty Lane Oscar on the outside, and he's rushing on from third. Racing fourth, Lucky Northern Star. Then fifth to the outside, Fastest Can Be. On to the 3/4 they go. Longworth Legacy, and he is moving out by a length and a half. Falcons Quick staying with him in second though. Then racing third, Lucky Northern Star. Dusty Lane Oscar on the outside, and he was fourth, but starts to let go a bit. Then Fastest Can Be and trailing Consider Me Lucky. 3/4, 131. Longworth Legacy, Falcons Quick's got a shot at him here, and he's out from second to challenge. Deep stretch, Longworth Legacy. Falcons Quick on the outside, right down to the wire, Longworth Legacy. And Barrio now 3 wins away from 3,000. And Falcons Quick will get the deuce. Lucky Northern Star and Dusty Lane Oscar were there for third and fourth. Time for the mile, 201 and 2, and it's Longworth Legacy in race 5. And back to the winner's circle, winner of race number 5. Number 2, Longworth Legacy, a 7-year-old gelded son of Arcane Hanover. Out of the Harrods mare, Esker Misty Day. He's owned by Mike Barrio of Dieppe. Deborah Kirkpatrick trains. Gilles Barrio in the driver's seat. And just 3 more wins to 3,000 for driver Gilles Barrio, now at 2,997 of his career, just 3 wins away from the 3,000 win club. And congratulations, Longworth Legacy takes the Flamborough Downs sponsored 5th race wire-to-wire victory, 201 and 2. And getting set for the 6th race, Western Queen. She'll have the rail advantage for driver Steve Downey. Then post 2 is Escape Plan and Phil Reed. Cowboys Don't Lie. He'll score from 3 and Sam Hodgen. Stagecoach Gambler, Gilles Barrio from 4. Then Diamond Hard, Todd Trites from 5. And then from post 6, the Boss Daughter, Rick Armstrong. A field of 6. Here they come. They're off. Good start. Western Queen busting for it. Stagecoach Gambler out of there, firing for the lead as they round the first turn. Western Queen, Stagecoach Gambler on the outside going for it, and they race neck and neck at this point, and taking over now Stagecoach Gambler. Western Queen in the 2-hole trip, racing second, Escape Plan third. Diamond Hard got away fourth, the Boss Daughter on the outside going on from 5th. Cowboys Don't Lie can see them all past the opening quarter, and Barrio cutting another one here, 29 and 3 opener, and it's Stagecoach Gambler on the lead. On top by 2, Western Queen second. Escape Plan sits back in third. Trites and the free-legged Diamond Hard fourth. Then the Boss Daughter 5th, and Cowboys Don't Lie as they race single file past the 3/8 marker, led by the post time heavy favorite. And he's at 2:10 on the board, Stagecoach Gambler. Then Western Queen follows it up in the 2-hole, and she was a big winner in her last start as well, and getting a good trip here, the half 101 as they round the turn. Stagecoach Gambler, Western Queen staying with them. Then back in third, Escape Plan. 4th, Diamond Hard. Then the Boss Daughter, and trailing the field, Cowboys Don't Lie. Onto the 3/4, and Barrio urging now on Stagecoach Gambler, and he's responded now to a 2.5 length lead. Western Queen is second. 3/4, 132 and 1. Stagecoach Gambler now out by 4. Racing second, Western Queen. Escape Plan on the outside third, moving. Then Diamond Hard, the Boss Daughter, Cowboys Don't Lie, and it's all Stagecoach Gambler in the home stretch. Stagecoach Gambler, then Western Queen and Escape Plan. But it's going to be all Stagecoach Gambler. You can turn the page to the next one. This one's over, and it's all Stagecoach Gambler. Another dominant win, about 7 lengths. And the mile, 2:02 and 3. 2:02 and 3, and it's Stagecoach Gambler. And Barrio now just 2 away from 3,000. And back to the winner's circle, winner of race 6 for Stagecoach Gambler, an 8-year-old son of Bruce My Boy. Out of the Fundamentalist mare, Petitionist, owned by Don Kerr, trained by Don Kerr. Gilles Barrio in the driver's seat for the second straight start, and he returns a winner. Once again, the mile 2:02 and 3, a season's best for Stagecoach Gambler. And Gilles now just 2 wins away from 3,000 in his career, sitting now at 2,998 wins. And the starters for our first Atlantic Sire Stakes. Action on this card featuring the B Division, 2-year-old Pacing Colts, Western Nutmeg, and Darren Crow, Outstanding Putnam, and Todd Trites. Mr. Pogey and Earl Smith. Cruising Kyler, Mark Campbell. New Example, and Danny Romo. And Miramichi Murdoch, and Bernard McCullum. Field of 6, here they come. They're off and pacing. Western Nutmeg out for the lead. New Example fires out of there from post 5 and is going for the lead around the turn. And they're neck and neck for the lead. Western Nutmeg, New Example on the outside, and Romo now takes over 1/8 of a mile in. Western Nutmeg now rides in the 2-hole. Back in third, Outstanding Putnam. Then Mr. Pogey got away racing in fourth. Fifth is Cruising Kyler, and trailing the field, Miramichi Murdoch, as they're strung out here in this first B Division by that opening quarter, 30-1. And up front and cutting it, New Example. Out but 2.5. Racing second, Western Nutmeg. Then third, Outstanding Putnam in the 3-hole. Then fourth, Mr. Pogey, and closing in to make a move, Cruising Kyler on the move on the outside from fifth. Then trailing six, Miramichi Murdoch in front of the judges' stand the first time, and New Example on the front end here, leading by 2 still. In the pocket second, Western Nutmeg. They were halfway home in 101-1. Then on the outside, that's Cruising Kyler on the outside, now coming to third. Inside fourth, Outstanding Putnam. Then Mr. Pogey to the outside from fifth, and trailing Miramichi Murdoch on to the 3/4 they go. New Example, the one to beat off the front here. Racing second, Western Nutmeg. Outside third, Cruising Kyler. Then inside fourth, Outstanding Putnam by the 3/4, 132-2. Then it's back to Mr. Pogey, and trailing the field far back, Miramichi Murdoch onto the final 8th drive, and it's all Romo and New Example moving out here by about 5. New Example, then Western Nutmeg on the outside, Cruising Kyler on again, and they're tight for second, but no problem here for New Example, and getting the deuce was Western Nutmeg for Darren Crow, and the time for the mile, 2:02-1, a new record for New Example, 2:02-1. And Parade Marshal Sandra Deverin, and Horse Boomer brings back the winner of our 7th race. B Division Atlantic Sire Stakes, 2-year-old Colts. Goes to 6, New Example. 2-year-old gelding from the first crop of An Example out of the Walton Hanover mare Delta New. All by John and Linda Ratchford of North Sydney, Nova Scotia. John does the training. And in the capable hands of Danny Romo. And New Example takes a new lifetime mark. 2:02-1. New Example, new record, 2:02-1. Again, New Example takes B Division for 2-year-old Pacing Colts, and a new record for the son of An Example, winning in 2:02 and a 5th. Time at about even odds with the second choice, Miramichi Gouch. Field moving in now, Rachel Down as the inside, Steve Downey. Lucky Alberta, Lonnie Stokes. Then Miramichi Gouch and Danny Romo. Twinbee Intrepid, Charlie Price. I'm the Big Dog, and Sam Hodgen. Man Ray Son Joe and Jill Barrio. And Loosetown, the outside, Mark Campbell. 7 entries scratched. 7 entries, here they come. They're off and pacing. Strong start, Lucky Alberta. She likes to spring the gate. Twinbee Intrepid on the outside, getting away, racing in second. Around the turn, then a bit rough on the inside. Rachel Down gets away, racing in third. Then back in fourth, that's Miramichi Gouch. Then I'm the Big Dog, away fifth. Racing 6, Loosetown, and trailing the field is the favorite. Man Ray Sun Joe trails the field. On way to the opening quarter, it's all Lucky Alberta. Early on here, out by 3, Twin B Intrepid is racing second after a 29-2 opener. Rachel Down is back in third, gap of 3.5 back to Miramichi Gouch. Then I'm the Big Dog Eyes a move to the outside from fifth, and out from fourth. There goes Miramichi Gouch. I'm the Big Dog will grab some cover now, and Losetown also on the move. And the trailing entry, the favorite, Man Ray Sun Joe, as they approach the half. Lonnie Stokes and Lucky Alberta. By the half, Miramichi Gouch on the outside, second the half, a minute and 2/5 around the turn. Lucky Alberta. Miramichi Gouch is racing second. Twin B Intrepid. I'm the Big Dog on the outside, and he's dancing up to third now. Then racing fourth on the outside comes Losetown. Man Ray Sun Joe on the extreme outside, and full of pace now going on to fifth. Then racing sixth, Rachel Down, Twin B Intrepid. Lucky Alberta, though, the one to catch by the 3/4. 1:31 around the turn, and on top and cutting it, Lucky Alberta. Full of pace on the outside comes Man Ray Sun Joe, but they've got to catch Lucky Alberta. She's got about a 4-length lead. Can they get her? Lucky Alberta. Then the battle for second, Losetown, and Man Ray Sun Joe on the outside. One last effort, but didn't get there, it appeared. And it looks like Lucky Alberta held on to win it through the pouring rain here in the 8th race. Time for the mile. 2:01 and 2. 2:01 and 2. And wow, 2:01 and 2. Drops over 4 seconds off her previous best. And we welcome her back to the winner's circle, a daughter of Albert. Out of the Cam Luck mare, KD Cam Lucky. Owned by Ron Chamberlain. He does the training. Lonnie Stokes in the driver's seat. 3 wins on the campaign for Lucky Alberta, as she's been consistent all year. 21 of 30 in the top 3. And she takes a brand new life's mark tonight. 2:01 and 2. And the biggest drop all night of new records belonging now to Lucky Alberta. Behind the gate now, Island Historic has the inside, Gilberto. Woodmere Fastball and Earl Smith. Woodmere Final Drop, Shane Bernard. Then Big Oster and Brody McPhee. Island Banner moves into post 5, Danny Romo. Ellendale Rocket moves into 6, Mark Campbell. PH Cyril now scores from the post 7, Bernard McCollum. Trailing entry, JSR, Mr. Big, and Brian McPhee. Here they come. Off and pacing, good start for this A division as they round into the first turn, and Earl Smith quickly to the top with Woodmere Fastball around the turn. Then on the outside, Woodmere Final Drop got away, racing in second. Then Island Historic away third. That's Romo on the outside, and he's parked early on here with Island Banner, forced to go on from a third, and now gets in the 3-hole. Followed up by Island Historic, who got away in fourth. Then racing fifth, JSR, Mr. Big. Then on the outside, driving up, there goes Ellendale Rocket. And they were by that opening quarter in 30 and 3 up front and cutting it. It's Woodmere Fastball on the front end here as they tip off the turn. Then on the outside, here comes a first up move, Island Historic. Up to call on the outside, now racing second. Woodmere Final Drop third. Then on the outside, here comes PH Cyril, covered up nicely in fourth. Then fifth to the inside, Island Banner. Then Big Oster gets out on the flow, outside driving in a 6th. Then racing 7th on the outside and moving, that's Ellendale Rocket. And trailing the field now, JSR, Mr. Big, on to the 3/4 they go. And they're a bunch group over the half in 1:01 and 4. And they're still battling on the front end. On the inside, Woodmere Fastball. Outside, Island Historic. Then PH Cyril in between horses. Also on the outside, driving up, Big Oster as they drive to the 7/8 3/4. 132 and 3, and these two have drawn clear. Woodmere Fastball and Island Historic neck and neck for the lead. Island Historic is taken over now. Woodmere Fastball fighting back on the inside. Then for third on the outside, PH0, but it's going to be Earl Smith and Woodmere Fastball winning it on the inside, and a game effort from him fighting off Island Historic the entire last half. Time for the mile, 2:01 and 3. It's a new record, Woodmere Fastball. Welcoming back now the winner of race number 9. Number 2, Woodmere Fastball. He's a 2-year-old gelded son of Western Success out of the Presidential Ball mare. Costly Ball, owned by David Lund of Moncton. Trained and driven by Earl Smith. And the colt taking a brand new lifetime mark this evening, 2:01 and 3. And what a game effort right off the front. And holding off a first up move by Island Historic as they battled through the home stretch. And the winner in the photo, Woodmere Fastball and Earl Smith, taking a new lifetime mark tonight, 2:01 and 3, capturing the first A division for 2-year-old pacing colts worth nearly $14,000. And he now receives a beautiful Alpine sponsored Atlantic Sire Stakes coolers, courtesy of Moosehead Breweries. And the starters for the 10th behind the gate, led by Bold Brian and Mark Haig. $1 Million Down and Steve Downey. Front running, Rick Armstrong. Pitbull Hanover and Todd Trites. Talking About My Boy and Lonnie Stokes. Mr. Varbo and Wayne Hubbard. Rapid Cane, Stephen Trites. Galloway Duhera and the driver, Earl Smith. 8 across the gate, here they come. Off and pacing, and a tremendous start in here. Front running, busting out for it. Bold Ryan on the inside, then Pitbull Hanover getting out of there strong. Around the first turn they go, and front running has the lead. Pitbull Hanover on the outside going for it, and they are driving neck and neck for the lead, but not for long. Pitbull Hanover earns the front here. Front running second. Bold Ryan third, $1 Million Down. Then Rapid Cane, Talking About My Boy, Mr. Varbo, and Galois de Harris trails the field that opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. Pitbull Hanover. Then front running in the 2-hole, racing third, Bold Ryan. Here comes $1 Million Down, first up to move. On the outside, going on fourth, now third, and now second, challenging the leader. Bold Ryan now moves out from fourth. Then back racing fifth, Rapid Cane, Talking About My Boy. Galois de Harris out and moving, and Mr. Varbo trails. They were halfway home in 59 and 2 around the turn. Pitbull Hanover. Then racing second outside, $1 Million Down now gets in for a breather. Then racing third, front running. Racing back in fourth, Bold Ryan, and he's on the outside from fourth. Racing fifth on the inside, Rapid Cane. Then it's Galois de Harris, followed up by Talking About My Boy, Mr. Varbo. But you know, Pitbull Hanover is iron tough on the lead, and that's where he is at this point. 3-quarter marker, 1:29 and 2:30 seconds in that quarter. And Tritesy and Pitbull Hanover an eighth to go. Front running is back out for the drive from third. Down the stretch, and it's Pitbull Hanover digging in. Front running on the outside second. Outside, Galois de Harris is coming on, but it's going to be Trites and Pitbull Hanover. Victorious here in for second, front running. And Earl Smith got up for third with Galois de Harris. And the time for the mile, 2 minutes flat in the Scotch Common pace in memory of Gerald Ryan. And we'll have the winner circle presentation in just a moment. Pitbull Hanover's second straight win. And back to the winner's circle, the winner of race 10, number 4, Pitbull Hanover, a 6-year-old gelded son of Estrellos. Out of the Ideal Society mare, Plum Peachy, all by Bob McNeil and John Laverick. Bobby does the training. Todd Treitz in the driver's seat for the second straight win on the pacer. And going another gate-to-wire effort this evening, the mile in 2 minutes in the Scotch Gaumont pace in memory of Gerald Ryan. And we're pleased to have with us in attendance in the winner's circle members of Gerald Ryan's family, including son Peter and daughter Lisa, and also Bill Nicholson Sr. in the winner's circle, who drove the iron-sided pacer Scotch Gaumont to his maritime wins, and he was one iron-sided pacer, and you can remember some of the epic battles that he had with such horses as Power Baron and Flying Caper, and they waged some big battles. And Gerald Ryan will long be remembered as the owner of Scotch Gaumont, and this race named in his memory. And the Scotch Gaumont pace going to Pitbull Hanover in gate-to-wire fashion, and won by another iron-sided pacer here, Pitbull Hanover. So congratulations to the winner, Pitbull Hanover. And again, thank you very much for members of the Ryan family on hand in the winner's circle to help drape the winning cooler, named in honor of both Scotch Gaumont and in memory of Gerald Ryan, who passed away earlier this year. Moving in now, race 11. Final race of our third card during A&E week of racing. Lennox-Sire Stakes 2-year-old colts. Second A division, Urge to Win and Shane Bernard. Port Hill Gatsby, Danny Romo. Woodmere Seamus, Darren Crow. Forever Finesse, Bernard McCullum. Ultimate Blessing, Todd Treitz. Kid Carson, Dennis Baxter. Rocky Bubba and Mark Campbell. And outside, Deep Finesse and Phil Pinckney. A field of 8 to wrap things up for this Tuesday afternoon and night. Here they come. Off and pacing, quick start from Forever Finesse, going for the lead. On the inside, Urge to Win gets away well and takes the lead now. Urge to Win. Then on the outside, racing second and parked at this point is Forever Finesse. Third along the cones, Port Hill Gatsby. Then Ultimate Blessing got away racing in fourth. Back in fifth is Kid Carson. Then it's back to Woodmere Seamus. Got away racing in a sixth. Then making a move, Deep Finesse, moving on the outside, and trailing the field, Rocky Bubba, and up to take the lead now, Forever Finesse and Pooker McCullum. By that opening quarter, 29 seconds, the give and go here, and out from second to retake is Urge to Win, and Shane Bernard takes over the lead again. 3/8 of the mile in, Urge to Win. Then racing second is Forever Finesse. Outside, here comes Ultimate Blessing. First up on the outside from third, Port Hill Gatsby locked in solid. Then on the outside, moving, that is Kid Carson. Second over in fifth, and Deep Finesse racing sixth. The two trailers, Woodmere Seamus and trailing Rocky Bubba. They were by the half in a minute. And the 4/5 up the backside, Ultimate Blessing is going for the lead. Urge to Win on the inside, going with them. Then back third, Forever Finesse. Deep Finesse on the outside is way wide. Then Port Hill Gatsby in between horses right there as well, looking for racing room. That is Kid Carson as they drive for the final eighth. 3/4, 1:31. Around the turn, Ultimate Blessing is taken over and now moves out by 2. Deep Finesse on the outside, second coming on. Ultimate Blessing, Deep Finesse, too much for him, and Deep Finesse is going to win it here. And Phil Pinckney, a perfect steer, and some close quarters there at the wire. Port Hill Gatsby. And the time for the mile, 2 minutes and 3/5. And back to the winner's circle, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of race number 11. Second division, 2-year-old Colt Pacers. The winner, 8 Deep Finesse. He's a 2-year-old son of Western Paradise. Out of the Precious Bunny mare, Deep River Woman. Owned, trained, and driven by Phil Pinckney of Central Onslow, Nova Scotia. And the Colt now 7 for 10 in his career, close to $30,000 in purse money. And Phil Pinckney, one of the classest acts in maritime racing. Each and every year, he's got stake performers that are top-notch and ready to go each and every week. And this one, no different. Deep Finesse and a nice performance coming from back of the pack to win it for Phil Pinckney. Congratulations, Phil. And Deep Finesse, now 7 for 10 lifetime. And now receives the cooler, sponsored by Moosehead Breweries, symbolic of his win in the second A stake.